Alright, so I'm grading Chinese heavy tanks, and at this point I'm at tier 9. So what you see is WZ-111 1-4. Basically it's an IS-8 clone. The Chinese Tech tree is actually full of clones, especially low tiers, and only at high tiers you could feel some uniqueness to those lines. So I had high hopes for tier 9, but it's not very exciting. So the gun performance, I don't like it, because even at point blank range it could miss, so you really have to be close to your target. The problem though is that the armor is not great. So at this point I'm trying to bait Tortoise to shoot me at the front, so that bait was successful and I'm able to connect the return shot, but at this point I decided I would try to reverse side scrape, so because the frontal armor is actually not that great, and it seems like Tortoise is still able to penetrate me. After this game I looked at Armor Inspector, and it turns out that those Commander cupolas at the top of the turret are rather big and squishy, so I believe that Tortoise is actually able to penetrate me rather reliably through these weak spots. And this is something that I don't like about this tank, because even though I play rather well, we are still trading shots, because Tortoise could hit me reliably at my weak spots, and the gun misses even at close range. So my very next game happens in City, and I decided to see how well I could side scrape, but look at this gun performance. I can't connect 50% of all my shots at mid-range, so it seems like this gun works reliably only at close range, and reliably is also is also questionable. But anyway, so this is a classic side scraping. There is a mount in front of me, I put my nose against it, and I present my side armor at a very steep angle. And it turns out that my opponents could penetrate it and, well, overmatch it rather reliably. I doubt that they target my Commander cupolas or turret armor. I believe that they actually go after my side. When I looked at Armor Inspector, it turns out that there is a relatively wide stripe of 30 millimeters thick armor, which goes along the entire hull, and all these guns could easily overmatch it. So side scraping is something that just doesn't work for this tank. Yes, occasionally I bounce some shells, but yeah, that it's so unreliable that you better not be side scraping and doing something else. Probably a better strategy would be to actually sit behind some solid cover, wait until enemy shoots, and after that poke out and make a reply shot. Again, that gun performance, I just tracked that T-54, no damage done. So I don't know, it's very disappointing. So the last clip is entirely about gun performance. I went to the dunes, and now I realize that that was probably a big mistake, because with this gun I just won't be able to hit anyone reliably, especially when they go hull down behind those dunes. So I'm thinking that maybe I should turn back and go to the town, but then I see that they are pushing town, so I think that maybe I should sit on top of the dune and connect some quick shots across the town to support other tanks. So I'm hesitant, swing back and forth, and get quickly punched for this. That shot definitely came from the Death Star. So I decided, okay, enough, I am pushing with my team. if I would be able to get on the other side of the city, that would be better position for me. And here we see IS-4. IS-4 is in a pretty bad position. It's just driving out of the town, not really turning. He's he's completely exposed, and my shots are so unreliable, and the alpha is not great at all, because the game client says that it's like 500 on average, but what I'm connecting is not even 400, so it's pretty annoying. That shot against E100 was also very unsuccessful. I'm shooting heat rounds and I still can't do damage to this tank. Finally one shell goes in against IS-4, but I don't know. Shooting tier 10 tanks in WZ is pretty annoying, because I don't know what's going on with this gun, but it just trolls me. After that game, I actually went and changed my equipment. So by default, I use vertical stabilizers on all my heavy tanks, but it turns out that this gun has pretty bad dispersion, and I had to flip that switch to another state where it improves the dispersion instead of aiming time on the move. And now the dispersion of this gun is on the same level as dispersion of similar guns of the same tier. So basically it's okay now, but I had to use enhanced gun laying drive to improve aim time. So this kind of special change for this tank. But still, the gun performance is not great. And just look at this. So I'm trying to support IS-4 here because he's alone, and if he would be alone fighting those two tanks, they could steal him. So I'm putting myself between them to save IS-4. I'm trying to hit object to succeed. And look at this, point blank. I don't know where it went. It's a very big shell, and I was unable to connect it. So the gun performance is very disappointing. We'll see if it improves, but so far it's IS-8 clone. I didn't like IS-8 much. It seems like I won't enjoy this tank either.